Another day, another terrible game to earn all achievements in. I am speaking, of course, of Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, surely one of the most disappointing games of 2024. Especially considering that the team developing it, Rocksteady, made the critically acclaimed Batman Arkham series, which I may someday achievement hunt for the channel. We'll see. But Batman Arkham, this game is not. And when it was announced that Suicide Squad was ending support, I knew it was my moment. The game has 50 achievements to unlock, and my first step was going to be to clear the main quest, without getting distracted by any side quests.
Deadshot, I want you in the lead.
Now, I'm gonna do the main quest. I'm a devout main quester.
Show me you're worth it.
I mean, there's one right here. The game opens with our fearsome foursome being separated in a completely desolate world. This functions as the tutorial to show me the differences between the 4 playable characters: Deadshot, King Shark, Captain Boomerang, and Harley Quinn. The combat is just normal gunplay, with no notable variation between the characters, so that's pretty self-explanatory. What they're really trying to teach me are the traversal differences, aka the only thing that separates Harley Quinn, a human woman, and a demigod bipedal shark man. Deadshot has a jetpack, King Shark just can run and jump really far, Boomerang uses his boomerang to teleport, and Harley grapples along on a bat drone. And there you have it, the only real gameplay differences in the characters. It's like trying to choose between vanilla, French vanilla, and vanilla bean ice cream. It's all frickin' vanilla. Anyway, the game sets endless waves of enemies at us, and we make for an evac point to escape. We get a Quentin Tarantino-style 7 days earlier hard cut, and for my troubles, the server connection crashed, kicking me out. One of the least popular features at launch was that an internet connection was required at all times, even when playing single player. They did release an offline mode with the last content patch, but of course that was after I finished playing, so I had issues pop up a few times where the game would just kick me out if the server had a hiccup. At least every time that happened, the game would always remember my progress, so when I reconnected, I got my first achievement, Trial by Fire. We finally get some context, which the tutorial completely skipped. Task Force X, which is what everyone calls the Suicide Squad in-game, is comprised of villains who were taken out of Arkham Asylum and recruited into a secret government agency named Argus by its sane and well-adjusted leader, Amanda Waller.
I'm your daddy now, Shark! That goes for all of you! I'm your daddy!
All of the squad had bombs implanted into their necks, and that is what keeps them in line and doing Argus's bidding. And what are they assigned to do? Well, kill the Justice League, of course. It's in the name. But we aren't killing them for no reason. All of the Justice League, except Wonder Woman, bizarrely, have been brainwashed and are now villains under the control of this guy, Brainiac.
Thank God his species wear pants.
Who is right in the middle of a hostile alien invasion of Earth, killing or kidnapping every single person in the world. Of course, being that Task Force X is comprised of just humans plus one shark, trying to kill the Justice League and halt this alien invasion is a suicide mission. We're going to at least need some gear. So after burglarizing the Hall of Justice, I unlock cleaning out the closet. Next, I have an encounter with Batman that turns out fine for me, but not so fine for the boys in blue.
Don't sweat it. Batman doesn't kill people. Are you okay?
After making it through the Batman experience, I unlocked hitting the fan. I tried to go around again, but I think the ride was broken. For my trouble, I unlocked history repeats. Back at the Hall of Justice, we have an embarrassing encounter with Wonder Woman, where she dismantles us with hardly any effort. She's not brainwashed, but she is a hero, and we're villains. Kind of an oil and water situation. Plus, she's trying to rehabilitate her friends, whereas Argus is just trying to kill them outright. So, it makes total sense that she flatly refuses to work with us. That said, we are going to need some allies in our mission, so we kidnap and force a bomb implant into the Penguin, unlocking foul play, try to get our bombs removed by LexCorp to no success, unlocking walled in, and force Poison Ivy into our ranks by implanting her with a bomb. And yes, she looks different from normal. She died in the last Arkham game, so this is her reborn form, aka a middle schooler. Once the child is bombed up, I unlocked Death Blooms. The next friend I try to make is Lex Luthor, but he doesn't want to go outside and play, and flat out refuses to be under Amanda Waller's thumb, which, to be honest, is completely reasonable. She's a nut.
I'm your daddy.
Either way, Lex gets kidnapped by the Flash, and we have to save him. But first, the Flash attacks us with some 500-story cannon, which is a little overkill. Thankfully, it has weak knees and gets decommissioned, unlocking Blitzkrieg Bop. So we save Lex from the storage container, but of course the Flash is still around, and he straight up pulls out Lex's heart while he's alive. The Flash does that thing where he runs really fast and removes the oxygen from an area, but we get saved by Wonder Woman. She is still uninterested in teaming up, to say the least, so we're on our own, with no Lex to make us any tech. Thankfully, the answer literally rings our doorbell, and this naive soul toy man voluntarily joins Argus and makes us a Speed Force decoupler to fight the Flash. Basically, this amounts to countering him when he flashes blue, which has already been in the game from the start. From a gameplay angle, it's still nothing new. But now we're ready to fight the fastest man alive. My apologies for the anticlimactic ending, but once he's dead, I unlocked Thunderstruck, as well as Level Up for having any squad member hit level 10. Green Lantern shows up, and he's a bit of a douche, to be honest. But we're not prepared to fight him yet, so this puts us in a little bit of a pickle. Conveniently, a portal to an alternate dimension opens up right behind us and takes us to Earth 2. That's the name of this place. Earth-2. What do you think they called it before?
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Earth 2 is completely desolate and uninhabited, except for one guy. This dimension's Lex Luthor, who we call Lex 2. I can appreciate consistent theming. He agrees to assist us against the Justice League so long as we get him off of Earth 2, which requires an escort mission. This game loves escort missions, which is very cool. Gamers notoriously love escort missions. At least I unlocked the chosen one for completing all optional objectives in a mission, and I juggled this big dude to the Shadow Realm. So that was almost some fun.
There it goes.
Once the escort is finished, I unlocked Hell and Back. Lex 2 gives us a yellow lantern to fight the Green Lantern. Apparently, Green Lanterns are weak to the color yellow, which is pretty silly. And although the game has introduced this new technology, it's exactly identical gameplay-wise to the counter, which has again been in the game the whole time. Do you see how this may be repetitive? But we're off to fight the Green Lantern. Once this is over, I unlock Blackest Night, and a small weak point on Brainiac's shield forms. Waller takes the reasonable approach of sending a nuke at it, but gets stymied by the Man of Steel. Who could forget about Superman?
Yeah, go Superman! Oh, fuck, it's Superman!
He does a return to sender on the missile and attacks Wonder Woman when she shows up, still convinced that she can help him. So now Superman and Wonder Woman are fighting, and we have to go save Waller, who was injured by the missile. And by save, I mean do an escort mission while she's in an ice cream truck that moves roughly 3 miles an hour. In a desperate move, Wonder Woman stabs his chest with a shard of kryptonite, which shockingly does much of nothing. Superman absolutely lights her up, and she becomes one with the void. After torching Wonder Woman like a marshmallow, he's pretty tired, so he flies off without killing us. But now, we have a huge problem in blue tights, without any known weaknesses. We pivot our attention to Batman, who is the most paranoid man alive and has been extensively researching any potential weaknesses he can exploit of his friends. With friends like Batman, who needs enemies? We break into the Batcave only to fall right into his trap and get lit up by fear gas. Each member of the squad has to go on a journey of self-discovery, facing their fears, which all seem to be based on their insecurities. They could benefit from therapy. Harley mixes up her own version of the fear gas, and Batman turns into this giant, demonic version of himself, which is pretty cool looking, but shoot, jump, counter, like all the rest of the game, and he goes down. I unlocked Endgame, and the description says kill the world's greatest detective, but he's still alive in-game, which is a little confusing. Regardless, we take him alive to Lex 2 and allow him to pick Batman's brain. Lex, in his infinite wisdom, makes for us gold kryptonite. Apparently, it just needed a reskin. With no further use for Batman, we sit him down and put a bullet between his eyes, baiting out Superman. And let's play a game. How do you think I activate the gold kryptonite? Is it A, a new and interesting mechanic? Or is it B, press the same damn counter button that has been used the whole freaking game? If you picked B, you are correct. It uses the same damn mechanic. So Man of Steel or not, I can press the F key with the best of them. And I kill Superman, unlocking Abandon All Hope. So we're done, right? Well, no, actually. Although that is all of the Justice League dead, we still need to deal with Brainiac, the alien who caused all of these problems. But the game doesn't let me just go fight Brainiac. First, I need to farm 2,000 Promethean, a currency which they just made up. To do that, I need to do some side quests, which were just introduced. And now I can go fight Brainiac? Well, no. We first teleport to his dimension, I have to do more side quests to weaken the shield protecting him, and then I can go fight Brainiac. He's cosplaying as the Flash, so it's basically a copy-paste of the Flash fight with some extra bullshit thrown in, like he can heal, which was super awesome. Eventually I won, unlocking No One Defeats Brainiac and ending the main quest. Now it's time for step 2 of my plan, all the side quest crap. Collect the Hidden Riddler trophies, solve Riddler's riddles, trigger my Diddy Kong Racing PTSD, do all of the support squad missions, upgrade some gear, do 100 support squad contracts, and kill 10 Raising Hell hit squads. I'm gonna make that look fast. In editing, it was not fast. Now it's time for the final phase of my plan, leveling and incursion missions. And it may be hard to believe, but this part was the worst. There are 3 incursion missions, where I cough up Promethean for the pleasure of getting spammed by waves upon waves of aliens. When I finish one of these missions, I unlock the ability to play that mission on a higher tier of difficulty. Each time I finish a new tier of difficulty, that adds 1 level to my finite crisis level. Tier 1 Bane's Wrath gear unlocks between finite crisis level 1 and 29. Tier 2 gear unlocks between level 30 and 59, and Tier 3 gear unlocks at level 60 or higher. I need to equip 3 pieces of each tier of Bane's Wrath gear. And I also need to equip one of these pink villain weapons to get a synergy. All of this to say, I had to spam the absolute hell out of these 3 missions. I cannot even tell you how many times I had to repeat these. In this mind-numbing process, I hit max level with each of these characters, which unlocks the squad level endgame skill tree. And after grinding for a whole nother week, I hit level 50 in squad level, and I'm finally free. Let's go! Bliss. So that's what it was like getting all the achievements in Suicide Squad. Overall, do not play this game. It is not worth your time. There are thousands of better video games that you can spend your time in than this. It is so bland, it is so repetitive, and is such a waste of potential. And I think maybe like 10 people are sorry to see the game die. But I am not one of those. Rating it out of 10, I don't know. Like, it's not as bad as a Rise of Kong, so a 3. I'm gonna give it a 3. 2.5. That sounds better. Thank you so much for making it to the end of this video. That's all I have today, though. Until next time, bye-bye.